Welcome back, my friends. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is Silver Slayer, and unfortunately, this is going to be the last video that I ever post on this channel in 2022. Yes, in a couple hours, it's going to be 2023, and because of that, let's look at some price predictions and forecasts and break down this, because I personally think that 2023 easily could be the breakout year for silver. All the stars are aligning, the perfect storm is here, and it's just seeming like everything is adding up, even already happening for the last 3 months. Look at this chart. It was down from $18, 19, 20, now we're up to $24, and it hasn't, there's no pullback. And when you look at these forecasts, it's looking like there's even more occasions happening that's even more bullish. Silver may have a strong start of 2023 as China reopens. Then we could look at, Commerce Bank, their forecast. Another one talking about, will strong demand outlook lead to a rally in silver? We know there's a direct correlation between silver demand and its price. When demand rises, the price rises. So there's a lot of factors and variables all pointing towards higher silver prices. And I can't imagine that $24 is going to be the end. These are the highest prices we've seen since, early 2021 from the Wall Street silver movement. If we break above $30, easily going to see 50. Can it break above 50? That's the million-dollar question, because we hit that resistance in 1980 with the Hunt brothers, and then again in 2011. Now, the situation that happened in 2011 is very, very similar to what's happening now, right? We had the 2008 credit financial crisis, billion-dollar stimulus, recession/depression led to $50 silver 3 years later in 2011. Nowadays, starting in 2020, we have recession/depression, credit financial crisis, trillion-dollar stimulus, and a global situation on our hands. So if that led silver to $50 back then, what could it lead prices to today, since things are much more severe? Plus, we have a war, with Russia and Ukraine. I mean, things are getting crazy. Regardless, though, that's just a little bit of the intro. Let's dive into some deeper stuff. Make sure you like this video. If you do like the video, also make sure you subscribe. This channel has big things coming for it. 2023 is going to be the biggest year ever. This is the year that I will surpass 100,000 subscribers. So the sky's the limit, folks, and I cannot thank you all enough. Anyways, I'll shut up. Let's jump into this. Silver price forecast for 2023. Will silver continue its upward trend next year? Silver has gained strong momentum, moving from $18 to $24 in recent months. In 2023, the state of the global economy and industrial demand, as well as China's economic rebound, will impact silver's performance. And those are all things that will heavily push it upwards. And then also incorporating gold, right? Silver moving on gold. There's so many things, folks. Silver gained strong upside momentum in recent months as demand for the precious metals increased while gold to silver ratio declined. Remember, as the gold to silver ratio declines, that means that silver is outperforming gold. The continuation of the current trend in the gold to silver ratio could push silver towards the $28 level. If China's economic rebound gains momentum in the first months of 2023, silver will get more support. So silver may have a strong start of 2023 as China reopens. I also did want to pass the question on to you. Please answer this in the comment section. What do you think silver is going to do this year? Do you think we're going to see $30 silver? Do you think we're going to see $50 silver by the end of the year? I don't like to be a silver pumper. I try to be realistic. I don't want to give you guys false hope or unrealistic expectations. So I try to keep things on the very minimal side. I definitely could see silver surpassing $30, even $35 easily. It could be more. I'd say hopefully not more than 50, because if we jumped above 50, that's extreme overbought territory, and it would probably have to correct back downwards and stay down for a while. But 2023, regardless, could be a massive year for silver, and I think it's going to be, as I think the world's going to dramatically change in 2023. So silver gained strong upside momentum in the recent months. As in the case of gold, treasury yields and the US dollar have a material impact on silver dynamics. However, silver also depends on industrial demand, so it is sensitive to changes in economic outlook. For silver traders, the key question is whether the world economy finds itself under major pressure in 2023 or global central banks manage to orchestrate a soft landing for the world's leading economies. I don't think that's possible, especially when you incorporate the BRICS nations and what they're doing with this digital currency backed by physical commodities and how they're kind of kicking the US dollar off to the side since America's dipping their hands in everyone else's money. I mean, there's a lot going on behind the scenes that could affect the economy like they're saying. I don't think a soft landing is anywhere near possible. China's reopening has not had a material impact on commodity markets as the country was immediately hit by a strong wave of However, China's demand for commodities, including silver, is set to increase in the first half of 2023, which should provide additional support to silver prices. And then we have the snowball effect. Then you have the friends and the family hearing about silver, and the people that kind of just hop on these trains when everyone else is talking about it, they'll jump on board, like the Wall Street silver movement. Not saying that that's what they do. A lot of them still stack to this day, but I'm just saying there's going to be new money coming into silver, people probably selling Bitcoin and stuff, going into silver, more money coming in, and then everyone wants a slice of the silver pie, and that's from the investment sector, then also incorporate the industrial sector. Man, things could get crazy. It should be noted that the gold to silver ratio has returned to levels that were seen back at the start of 2022. And I also wanted to mention real quick, it could be crazy talking about the investment sector and the industrial sector, everyone trying to come in, because production hasn't been doing much. Actually, I think it's this article. It's this article talking about how production has been diminishing. The supply side for silver looks to be diminishing. Its inventory is at 2-year lows globally, while output from mines has also been dropping continuously, making silver attractive for the medium term. So yeah, I mean, if you have new money coming in from the investment sector, people trying to get their hands on silver, while there's not much coming out of the Earth's crust, as silver's a byproduct, plus most silver's thrown away. Plus, now everyone else is trying to get their hands on it. Nobody's selling it. Barely any in the COMEX and LBMA vault and LME, London Metals Exchange. And then the industrial sector. I mean, this is a ticking time bomb, folks. And if you don't see that, then I don't know what you're looking at. It should be noted that the gold to silver ratio has returned to levels that were seen back at the start of 2022. The gold to silver ratio has potential to move lower if industrial demand for silver increases. In 2021, the gold to silver ratio fell to 63 compared to the current levels near 76. Assuming that gold price remains stable, the continuation of the downside trend in the gold to silver ratio will push silver towards the $28 level. But this is an important part. This is a critical part. We gotta pay attention to this. Silver must get above the $24.50 level to continue the rebound. So right now, silver's at $24.20. We only have 30 cents to go. 30 cents to go until it would break above that level for silver to rebound. Silver gained strong upside momentum in recent weeks, but RSI remains in the moderate territory on the weekly chart. The near significant resistance level for silver is located at $24.50. If silver settles above this level, it will move towards the next resistance near $26. A successful test of the resistance at 26 will push silver towards the resistance at 27. Then if it climbs above 27, it will head towards the next at $28.50. That's very, very interesting to see that we're only 30 cents away from that massive price that they're talking about. And remember, when this article was written, which it was written probably today, it was written 2 days ago. So yeah, they didn't know if it was going to reach that, and it definitely is approaching it a lot quicker than I'm sure a lot of people thought. So this is another one. This is Commerce Bank saying silver will hit $25 by the end of 2023. I think that's really silly to say since silver's already almost $25. I mean, we're already above $24.20. We only have 80 cents to go until, I mean, that's insane to think about. Maybe they're saying it just won't do much, but they're saying advance towards, like silver's going to keep going up until $25. That's silly to say. It could be $25 within a week or two, easily. I mean, look how much it's gone up in 3 months, from $18, almost $17, up to $24.20. So let's look at this. Let's see what they're talking about. Silver's price looks back on a mixed year. Economists at Commerce Bank expect the precious metal to enjoy a favorable market situation next year and 2023 at $25. I think that is so off, so off. Remember though, any forecast or price prediction you got to take with a grain of salt because there's going to be unknown variables incorporated. The wrenches that get thrown in that nobody else incorporates. I do though. I don't have a crystal ball, so I don't know what those variables are going to be, but everyone thinks that they can predict the perfect price for the perfect market because they're living in a situation that is now, but they're not thinking about something that comes up in 2-3 months from now that nobody saw coming that could be way out of left field and it could push prices way down or way up. You know, the things that we don't know. If we don't know that, if you know that you don't know, that's a better understanding than not knowing that you don't know, because then you're clueless, right? And that means you're ignorant, because then you're thinking that you know everything, not even understanding or being aware that there are going to be situations that come up that's going to throw your prediction way off. You could say, yes, federal chairman Jerome Powell is going to come out and say this basic point, and then that means that people are going to do this, and that should keep the dollar lower, and that means silver's price is going to. But you have to throw all that out the window, because there's going to be some big things coming up this year that is going to throw all of your it's like, it's insane that people don't really incorporate the unknown variable. Silver makes up further ground against gold. Industrial demand is expected to mark a record level, as is demand for coins and bars, as well as jewelry and silverware. This prospect and our forecast of a higher gold price argue for a rising silver price. Silver should also benefit from the end of the Fed's interest rate hikes and the speculation on interest rate cuts that will start the year after, or start thereafter. The expected economic recovery following the end of the recession should additionally benefit silver as a precious metal with high industrial use. So with the easing of the restrictions in China, silver demand should receive a further boost, as China is the largest consumer of silver. Then you also have India, right, that doubled. I mean, we're talking about big amounts of silver coming from the BRICS nations, right? Brazil, Russia, India, China, Saudi Arabia, all these countries. India, China, then you have Russia. I mean, it's insane to think that what Andy Schectman's been talking about, which Andy Schectman's the CEO of Miles Franklin. And by the way, if you did want to purchase silver from Miles Franklin, just send an email to info@milesfranklin.com. That is the best place I recommend you buy silver or gold from. Send an email to them. Let them know Silver Slayer sent you. The best company. They're still one of the only authorized dealers that works with the U.S. Mint. Andy will hook you up. Build a business relationship with them that can be extremely beneficial compared to just buying from some random site online. So anyways, yeah. We think silver can make up further ground against gold. They expect a price level of 23 mid-year, expect 25 by the end of the year. That's insane. It's already past 23. It's like, are they looking at the price of silver? This was written on 12/27, so this was written only 5 days ago. Like, what are they talking about? They're making it seem like they're talking as if silver's like $20 right now, or $19. That's what they're talking like. You know, it could get up to 23. It's like it's already at 23. It's past 23. So anyways, let's look at this one. This is the meat and potatoes. This is really probably the best article that summarizes what I'm trying to also say are the key points for silver rising in 2023. So silver witnessed a roller coaster ride in 2022, and that's thanks to increased volatility in bullion market industrial metals, but managed to deliver around 15% returns to investors. The metal faced bouts of profit taking, but geopolitical tensions kept its demand intact. Silver, other than being a precious metal, has more usage in the industrial sectors, and thus industrial demand also guides its movement. Furthermore, gold also holds influence over silver prices. I do think there will be a day and age where that is not true, though. I do think that regardless of what gold's doing, silver's going to do its own thing. Silver will take on a life of its own, and that's because silver is used for something completely different than gold. Why are the prices so directly correlated when they're used for two completely different things? Gold has no place in the new green era with solar panels and electric vehicles and silver lithium ion batteries, and 5G towers and all these things. Gold really doesn't have a place in. Gold sits around in coins and bars and jewelry and necklaces. That's what gold is used for. So if silver is used for all these things to make the world go around and help global warming and climate change, why would silver's price be set with gold when gold just sits in a vault somewhere or is on someone's finger around their neck as a necklace? Makes no sense. And I do think that moving forward, silver is going to start doing that, taking on a life of its own. So, anyways, so mid 2022, we saw we see a significant fall in silver prices because of the low industrial demand due to a global slowdown and drastic jump in the dollar index as well as bond yields. Silver has its own characteristics and is an attractive commodity in the present market condition. And yes, it does have its own characteristics. People call it gold on steroids. That's because it's a more extreme, exaggerated, dramatic version of gold. If gold's gonna rise 10%, silver's gonna rise 15%, but also vice versa. If gold's gonna drop 10%, silver's gonna drop 15%. So it's riskier. More risk, more reward. So he did add that a cool off in inflation numbers and peaking of the dollar supported silver, but the hawkish commentary from the U.S. Fed and aggressive rate hikes in 2022 kept gains in check. So the supply side for silver looks to be diminishing. Its inventory is at 2-year lows globally, while output from mines has also been dropping continuously, making silver attractive for the medium term. And yes, this is not a get-rich-quick scheme. You should be investing for the medium to long term. You should. You shouldn't be looking at selling in the next 3, 4, 5 years. You will be selling yourself extremely short, and you will regret it very, very much. If you're selling anytime soon, like if this isn't a long haul investment, something that you're throwing away and you're safe and you're just going to let it sit there for decades, if that's not your mindset, if you're doing this because you're trying to flip this and get a nice car in a couple of years when your lease is up, you're probably not even going to break even, because a lot of us were paying these crazy high premiums, and if you don't wait for the natural price to go upwards or allow the coins to grow in value, especially if you're looking at like semi-numismatic coins, then you're selling yourself short. This is a long haul. It's a preservation of wealth as the dollar decreases in purchasing power. It's wealth present, and it's a hedge against inflation. So market participants continue to remain positive on silver, both as bullion and as an industrial metal. They expect to scale new highs in 2023. So, yeah, 2023 is looking brighter, very optimistic that silver would deliver a significant return to its investors. So yeah, I mean, very, very, very big things for silver in 2023. I'm excited. I feel like this year is going to be the breakout year for silver. I think the days of $17, $18 silver are over. I don't think you'll ever see those types of prices anymore. I think soon we won't even see these types of prices anymore. I'm sure there's going to be someone watching this video in 3-4 years from now. They'll come across this YouTube video that was posted on December 31st, 2022 and say, man, I wish I could go back to the day that video was recorded when silver's spot price was $24.20. I'm sure that's going to be happening. I mean, people watch old YouTube videos all the time. There's old videos of me on Coinbase when Bitcoin was $1,200 and I'm telling people to buy it. Now Bitcoin was 16,000. It was up to 60,000. But yeah, I mean, same principle though, right? Buy low, sell high. Buy the curves, or get in before the curve. When nobody's buying, you should be selling. When nobody's selling, you should be buying, right? Because people usually do the wrong thing. They buy it when it's high, when all the hype is there. That's not when to buy it. You should have bought. That means you already missed the boat. You got to be buying it right now. Right now, silver $24. Nobody's really talking about it. That's when you get in. When it's on its road to $50 to $100, when everyone else is finally hearing about it, you missed the boat. I mean, yes, you could still buy then because it has a lot more room to run. But I'm just saying that these are the times to buy, when nobody knows about it, when nobody's buying it. So yeah, I'm gonna wrap this video up here. This was a long video. I just wanted to end this year off with a bang. I appreciate everyone. I mean, look at this. We're at 72,000 subscribers. This year, I've came a long, long way. I was probably at what? I don't even know if I was at 50,000. I was probably at like 30 to 40,000 last year at this time. Actually, that'd be really interesting to know. I wonder if I could. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, I've come a long way. This year, definitely going to hit 100,000. And that is going to be probably around my birthday. If I'm looking at the data, it shows what your average, amount of subs are per day. Hopefully before my birthday, that would be amazing. But regardless, I'm just grateful that my channel is where it's at and that I get all the support. I have a lot of goals this year. I'll probably make a video covering all of my actual stacking goals. Like how many ounces I want to accumulate this year, how many ounces of gold, what types of silver I'm going to be buying. I'll probably make a video like that fairly soon since it's the beginning of the year. I'm also going to make a video like top 3 coins to buy in 2023, stuff like that. And if you have any other video ideas or topics or see something, an interesting article, always remember to send an email to info@silverslayer.com. And info.silverslayer@gmail.com. Sorry. Yeah, info@silverslayer. Wait, I can't even remember what my own email, because I have so many. Hold on, let me make sure, because yeah, it's info.silverslayer@gmail.com. And then Miles Franklin is info@milesfranklin.com. If you wanted to send an email to them, talk to Andy Scheckman, buy some gold or silver. Remember, that's the place that filled the $50 million order. And Andy filled that in 2 days. Do you think APMEX could fill a $50 million order? No. Right? There's only usually a $10,000 buy limit or something. So, that's a real company. He's one of the top dogs. He's hooked me up with David Morgan. He could hook me up with Ted Butler. He's friends with Keith Newmont. I mean, this guy has connects. And if you start buying with him and, he gets to know you and your story and you guys can plan stuff out of, it's very beneficial, especially as it's becoming harder and harder to find silver, and because he's one of the only few authorized dealers that still works with the U.S. Mint. It's going to be harder and harder to find Eagles and stuff like that, since the U.S. Mint banned everyone from buying directly from them. You can only buy from people that have bought through them, which Andy Scheckman is one of those people, since Miles Franklin is. So yeah, anyways, I'm going to wrap this video up here. Thanks for tuning in. This was Silver Slayer. I'll see you guys soon. Peace.